There's a little free library right on the trail here, Norwich. You just take a book, return a book, and I got all these books here. So I've been wanting to get rid of my shorts for a while because they were like shorts that went down to my knees, and then I cut them because it was really hot. Make them short shorts, but they looked all like raggedy. So I've been looking for a pair of short shorts. So I was at the Dartmouth Co-op, and I bought a actually woman's short because they're really short, it's lightweight, it's cool. It has like a built-in underwear liner, so I'm really happy with it. I'll be a lot more comfortable with these. Came across some Trail Magic in Norwich, Virginia, right in front of these guys' house. I got some boot plants. There's some bread and grapes and Oreos in a logbook. Thank you, short and sweet and green, whatever that says. I came across a sign here, Tango Hombre Jumanji, and it points down that. It's not the AT, it's some other road. So I don't know if I'm going to check it out. I think that means I have hunger. Hombre is like hunger, and then Jumanji. I think that's like a movie or a game. I don't know. Right on the AT, West Hartford, Vermont. They let you fill up with water and camp at their home. So in West Hartford, before you cross this bridge going south, stop at that blue barn there, or right at that house actually. In the porch, they have there's a woman named Linda who does Trail Magic there, and she had soda and coffee and cake and muffins, and they're having a farmer's market there too, so I got some Caribbean dish, which was really good. So thanks, Linda. These guys are coming out to greet me. Hello. Hello. Hi there. Got the soda at the Cloudland Farm Market. It's a maple, it's just water and Vermont maple syrup, but nice place. Hanging out, had lunch. Beautiful view. So been in Vermont for a few days. It's been really easy so far. Kind of nice. The terrain's been awesome. Leaves have obviously been falling. It does blur the boundary between the trail and off the trail a teeny bit, but not enough where like I'm lost or wondering where the trail is. This is the first area where you can actually yellow blaze without taking a ride in a car. In case you're not aware, yellow blazing means basically skipping sections of the trail by getting a ride on the road, hence the double yellow lines in the road. So this is Main Junction. This is where the AT continues going north, and that's where the AT goes south. And the southern part of the AT from here, we're near Rutland, Vermont, is the Long Trail, and then the Long Trail continues different direction here to the Canadian border. Long Trail north, and it's also white blazed, the Long Trail. So don't get confused here, you gotta go in the AT. Well, took a risk last night not setting up the rain fly. The weather report said it wasn't gonna rain, but it did a little bit. This is kind of wet, but at least it was warm out, so oh. Yeah, this got really wet too. But it's weird, I didn't wake up in the night with it raining. I didn't realize it rained until I woke up in the morning. So it must have not rained that much. A lot of frogs in New England. Come on, buddy, move. Jump, jump, jump. Some are really big like this, some are really tiny. So apparently that what I thought was rain was just a really heavy dew last night. I didn't know dew could get that heavy and make everything really wet. But sun's out, so I'll dry stuff out today. Came across some pretty nice rock art here. It's super hot out, very sweaty, very uncomfortable to hike in, but should just be 2 more days of this. It's late September right now, and then it's going to get cooler. Top of Bromley Mountain here in Vermont on the Appalachian Trail. No snow yet, but it's super hot out, super sweaty. But tomorrow it should get a lot cooler. We've been hiking in the 80s for like the last couple days, and It's supposed to get to between 40 and 60 starting tomorrow, so be getting into Manchester Center today, and got a resupply. Not sure if I'll spend the night yet, but I'll make that call once I get into town. The AT goes right down one of the ski slopes on Bromley. I believe it's called Runaround. It's a green square difficulty. Manchester Center, Vermont. Just spent a night in town. Had a nice rest, got some food, resupplied, mailing some extra stuff back. I'm mailing that little chest pack back, some extra first aid kit items, my bandana. I'm just gonna deal with the sweat and it's getting cooler. Just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, really slimmed down, got rid of my wallet, just carrying the credit cards. So this is Spruce Peak Shelter, and just wanted to point out, it's the first one that I've seen with a wood stove, which is really cool. It's top loading. You build like an upside down fire. There's instructions here and can really heat the place up, and there's a door here and windows and nice picnic table. So it's a really cool shelter. Hello everybody. I am on the top of Stratton Mountain in Vermont in the fire tower. Great all around 360 views. I'm up here at 6 p.m. It's sunset. That's the caretaker's cabin. It's quite windy out. I don't know if you could hear it, but it's a nice little enclosed place. Finally got chilly last night. Yesterday was the last, 2 days ago was the last hot day, and then yesterday it was like a little cooler. And then this morning it was probably in like the high 30s, I would say. So it's getting cold, getting to be fall right now. The leaves are changing. I'm roughly right now, I think I've done about 1350 miles, and I've got about 850 left of the AT. So I should be finishing around early December. So Stratton Mountain, interesting fact, there's this guy named Benton McKay, and he originally got the inspiration to propose the idea of making the Appalachian Trail on Stratton Mountain. So that's where I am right now in Vermont. So I discovered this new thing to do. I got my quilt and just put it with a little loop there. So when I'm sitting here eating, I can have that keep my back kind of insulated here. And then I can even kind of pull each end over my legs, and then I'm like pretty cozy here. It's like a extra jacket essentially when I'm in my tent. Just sitting here, it helps out because I sit and eat right here. I wanted to point out that Rutland, Vermont and Bennington, Vermont, they both have a bus that'll bring you from the trail to town. Bennington, it's free. In Rutland, it was free for me, but there were signs posted that said $2, so free or $2, but easy way to get to town for sure. Thought this was a neat little dam, kind of like a circular shape, how the pond goes into it. I don't remember if I showed off the new filter that I got, but it's a Sawyer squeeze. This thing unscrews from this baggie. So basically I fill up the baggie from whatever, and then screw this onto it, and then I can either drink from it or I just tilt it and it just comes out of there, and I can put it in my bottle, or if I squeeze it, it'll work faster. So this is by far the most popular water filter system on the AT. Like probably 95% of people use it. It works really great, and it's nice having an extra baggie so I can carry 3 liters of water total. I used to carry a 3-liter platypus, meaning I can carry 5, but I just never needed that. So but the 3 is helpful. Like for going into camp, I'll fill up fully, and then I basically use 1 liter for dinner, 1 for breakfast, and then I have 1 to get me going in the morning. So the trail over there is Vermont. Right now we're on the Vermont-Massachusetts border. The long trail, which you can see here if the sun doesn't, you can probably pause it and read it better, but goes from the Mass-Vermont border to Canada for 273 miles, and follows the or it is the same as the AT for the next 105 miles. So met a bunch of people hiking the long trail this time of year. And then right over here, we have the sign for Welcome to Massachusetts. I think I got that. Shoot, there, Welcome to Massachusetts. So I got another state done, and this is the Vermont-Mass border. Oh yeah, making progress. Figured I'll do a little mini review of Vermont. So Vermont or the AT's in Vermont for about 150 miles. Overall, I felt the terrain was quite easy actually. It was very nice and a relief after the whites to just have like smooth terrain. It was overall pretty flat / gradual up, gradual down, and not too many rocks. A lot of people say Vermont's really muddy, which I'm sure it is in a different time of year. I did it in late September / early October, and there really was barely any mud. But I'm sure after the snow melt, it gets quite muddy around here. But very pretty state, one of my favorites so far.